Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a tasty and easy chickpea and sweet potato curry. First we're going to peel and dice our sweet potato. I'm going to chop it in half this way first, just to make it easier. Now we're just going to pop a little oil on a tray, place our diced sweet potato on there, just make sure it's got a little bit of a coating of oil on it. We'll pop this in the oven on 150 for about 30 minutes. Now that's in, I'm going to dice an onion. Now that's diced, I'm just going to pop a reasonable sized pan on a high heat with a little oil and start frying off those onions. While my onions are frying off, I'm just going to chop some garlic, just very roughly. Now that my onions are really sizzling away, I'm just going to turn it down and let them gently cook. My onions are starting to soften down, they've got a few bits of golden in, so I'm now going to add my spices. So here we've got coriander, cumin, paprika, garam masala, cardamon pods and English mustard. Now I would add chilli powder, but my partner's not so keen, so if you wanted to make this spicy you just add a teaspoon of chilli powder. 2 teaspoons of coriander, 4 teaspoons of garam masala. You'll see I'm being fairly generous with these. 1 teaspoon of paprika, 2 teaspoons of cumin, roughly 3 cardamon pods. Now I would normally use English mustard powder, but I don't keep that in at home, so I'm just going to pop a spoon of English mustard in. And just mix that in. And at this point you will need to add a little bit more oil, just so it's not dry, and just so those spices can cook out nicely. While my spices are sweating down, I'm going to add my garlic. If you do find your spices are really sticking to the bottom of the pan, have a really good scrape round and add a little bit of extra oil. Once your onions are looking really nice and translucent and soft like this, you're ready to add the tinned tomatoes. You can use chopped or plum. Chickpeas. I'm using chickpeas in water. If they're in brine, I'd strain them off and pop them in, but with it being in water, just put that all in. And 1 tin of coconut milk. Now we're going to bring this up to the boil. This has just started boiling like mad, so I'm going to turn it right down and just let it simmer away really gently, giving it a stir to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. I'm going to leave the lid off and just let some of that liquid reduce down. Now this has only been on for another 3 or 4 minutes, but it's boiling away a bit too much. I want it to be more gentle than this, so I'm going to pop it on a smaller hob. Put it on low again. This probably will still need stirring about every 10 minutes or so. While I'm waiting for my sweet potato to cook and my curry's just simmering, I've sliced up some spring onions. I'm just going to roughly chop some parsley. My sweet potatoes just come out of the oven on the timer and it's nice and soft, so when you press down it will just crush underneath the spoon. If it's still a bit firm, just give it a bit longer. As long as it's not burning, it doesn't really matter too much. So now I'm just going to add this into my curry, stir that in and let it simmer for another 10 minutes. I'm also at this point going to add some salt. I had a little taste. It's nice, but it just needs to bring out the flavour a little more. So this has had its extra time now. I've given it a little taste. It doesn't need any more salt. We should be all good to go. So you could serve this with rice, pita breads or naan breads. I'm just going to have it as it is. We're just going to sprinkle over some of that